This is Steve Ridgell, and tomorrow my mom, Juanita Ridgell, turns 95. Now, in some ways, that's just astonishing. People just don't live that long anymore, and it's rare to see that. But for me, it seems normal because she is still so active. She's still sharp. She tells me to manage her money, but she really does it and takes care of that and does her budget. And she's active in her Bible class, and she's active at church, active in her active community retirement center. She's still active there, greets people, meets people, knows what's going on, involved in Bible study. She just really does well to be almost 95. And so I thought I'd take a few minutes and tell you some of the real reasons that I'm so proud of her and that I love her so much. One is her attitude. Whatever has happened in life, she has faced it. Now, that comes from a deep well of faith, but still, I remember my dad began to lose his mind. He got senile, and then it progressed to Alzheimer's, and she spent probably, I don't know, 10 or so years caring for him when he had Alzheimer's, and it was hard. But she did it because she loved him and she wanted to do that, and she did. And I really admired and appreciated that. And then as she stayed in their house for a while in East Texas, and when it began to get where it was obvious it was going to be hard to keep up that house, and she had good neighbors and good church people that helped her, but it was getting difficult. And she made the decision to move all the way out here to Abilene to that active community retirement center close to us. Now, at the time she moved, we were literally 3 minutes away. And so it worked out really well. But I thought about that a lot because I've talked to so many people whose parents resisted the move, fought the move, said, no, I don't need any help, and just it really hurt their kids and stressed their kids and made a lot of extra work. Well, my mom was never like that. She was like, yeah, probably I need to move and let me research it and let me look. And my wife, Marcia, did a lot of the prep work, but my mom made that decision on her own and moved. And I know that was hard and not what she wanted because she had a lot of connections at her home church and where she and my dad were living. But I admired her for that. She came out here and she has thrived out here. So I appreciate that kind of attitude. It's refreshing. I like the fact that my mom still looks forward. You know, at 95, I don't think I'll live that long, but if I did, I would expect I'd spend most of my time probably looking back at how things were and memories. And I mean, what do you look for in the future at 95? I wouldn't even, I'm 74 and I don't even buy green bananas because I'm not sure. So, but she talks about the future. She talks about the future of the church. She talks about our future. She talks about her grandkids' future. She's constantly looking forward, and I love that about her. I like that she still takes care of herself. She really likes to read, but it's also a discipline for her to learn. So she reads and she does puzzles and she does that kind of thing. And then she works to keep herself in shape physically. She does senior size, which I guess is senior exercise. She does yoga, senior yoga. She walks on the treadmill. She still does all that to keep herself active. And I love that about her. But the thing I think I'm most proud of my mom for is she has a deep, deep and abiding faith. She trusts God. She loves Jesus. She is active in sharing. She still tells people that they need Jesus. She still counsels people spiritually. She's still involved that way. She keeps a prayer list up. We're reaching a lot of people for Jesus at Hillcrest where we all go to church. Well, she prays for that whole group. Ask how they're doing. Ask how their parole hearing went. Ask how the last Bible study went. Ask how they're doing in their addiction. She just really prays for people. And she's left a great legacy of faith through her kids and down through her grandkids. So for generations after her, people are going to know Jesus because of the faith she had. And it started when she converted my dad. So there's lots of reasons I love my mom and I'm proud of her. But those are just a few of them. And so, Mama, happy 95th. And I'm sure we'll be doing this next year.